This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have Sharon from Klassco Interiors on our Strategic Partner Education Moment series. So I'm excited to have Sharon present to you guys. She's going to be talking about interior design, the importance of staging, and how it's going to help you sell more houses. Whether you're a seller yourself or a realtor, this is information you need to know. So Sharon, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the chance to get to talk to you, to your agents in the room or on the recording, for that matter, and also sellers and buyers, because it affects all of you, and it affects all of us, I guess. So thank you so much for having me today.
Pleasure. Excited to learn.
All right. So do you want me to share my screen now?
Yeah, the floor is yours. Take us away.
Okay. Thank you. Let's see if I can get through this. How's that?
You are good to go.
All right. All right. Yeah, as was mentioned, my name is Sharon Klassen from Klassco Interiors. I am a staging professional and also a certified color consultant, as you can see there, and proud member of BNI chapter in Sherwood Park, and also RESA Greater Edmonton chapter president-elect for 22. So that's a real privilege and an honor to do so. Klassco Interiors, this is where we create beautiful spaces, and that being your homes. Started in 2018 is when I took my staging, learned how to do staging, and did it in a way that is beneficial for everybody. I think you'll all agree that a home is never worth more than on the first day it is for sale. And so what that means is that we want to need to make a first impression and make it the one that we want people to know. That's the one that sticks. We want them to come back and say, you know what, I want that house that had whatever, the beautiful master bedroom, or the beautiful living room that was staged so well. We don't want them to say, I want that cluttered house, because very few people do. So home staging, what is home staging? First of all, home staging is an effective sales technique that integrates decorating with marketing and creates an experience for home buyers. It's way more than just furnishing a home. It's about selling the lifestyle. The role of a stager is to address the buyer perception, clearly define all the areas, and showcase the size and scale of each area. On the bottom picture that you see there, the empty room, you can't really offhand tell where it is. Could be a bedroom. It could be family room. It could be, oh look, on top it's staged as a living room. And oh, it's bigger than I thought it would be, because it can house a love seat, a chair, a nice rug in the center. So it's a nice conversational area. And a lot of people can't necessarily envision empty space. In fact, only 10% of people can envision a space. So it's hugely important to market to the masses. And how do you do that? It's by staging. Another role of the home stager is to recommend updates, repairs, pre-pack, depersonalize, and recommend cleaning. Also apply decorating and design principles and science techniques to effectively merchandise the home and provide solutions. So this home in particular, you can see the before and the after. So what we did here is suggested a new kitchen, and how much more inviting does that kitchen look than it did before. My role as a home stager as well is to lessen the client's stress of selling. And we start this by a home consultation. We provide the seller with steps to take, and I've just put together a killer client care package that includes a cleaning checklist, how to prepare for staging, top 10 home staging mistakes, facts regarding home staging, and so much more. Preferred vendors, all that kind of stuff. And it's really, really valuable to the seller. And also my role as a stager is to work as part of your marketing team. As you can see on the left there, the slide, the agent has a lot of different duties and tasks to take care of. So let me help you and take care of the marketing or the showcasing of the property. Some of the benefits of staging. And again, I can only touch on a few because there's a lot to talk about. But professionally staged homes present and show better. If that's on paper or on social media, whatever it is, it shows better. And then when the client actually comes through, you know, as a stager, or I mean, as an agent as well, you love showing homes that show well, and you love showing homes that are move-in ready, and that's how they show. In fact, they sell 73% faster than unstaged homes. So, so that's a lot. Real estate agents who incorporate professional staging into their marketing strategy have a clear edge over the competition and get more listings. And as an agent, you want to get more listings, right? You want to get that listing. You want to get that edge on the market. As a seller, you want help in showing your property so that it will sell. And you want an agent that cares about how your house looks, and to attract those buyers and get your property on the must-see list. The home staging industry, as some of you may know, but to some of you it may come as a surprise that it's a self-regulated industry. But as a professional home stager, we choose to be certified. What this means is that we've taken the instructions on how to and what to do. And we've also been scrutinized as to the kind of work that we do. We carry insurance, and so that's important as well for the homeowner as well. And the Real Estate Staging Association is a trade association for home stagers, and we have a very strict code of ethics that we follow. Home buying is not a process of selection, but rather a process of elimination. And I think we see that more and more, especially as 90-some% of buyers, they view the listings online first and see what's available. And if something doesn't appeal to them, you're only a flick away and they're on to the next property. So it's a process of elimination. The first elimination happens from the photos online, and you never get a second chance at that first impression. This photo show, which photo shows better? Same room. A lot of us ask why we neutralize or suggest neutralizing the walls in a home for selling purposes. This is a really good example. It looks so much bigger, so much brighter, and so much more modern. And that's exactly what we do. So if 85% of staged homes sold for 5 to 23% over list price, and that's a stat put out by RISA, who of you as an agent wouldn't like that? Who of you as a home seller wouldn't like that, right? We all want that. And we know that staged homes get higher offers for their homes as well. So why chance at leaving money on the table? Real estate is like dating. The longer you're on the market, the more people wonder what's wrong with you. I love that picture, by the way. So when should you consider staging? If you want to sell your client's house, or if you're the seller itself, it's if you want to sell your house. When should you consider occupied staging? If you will be living in the home until it sells. If similar homes are for sale in the neighborhood. If updates or renovations are needed. If clients need to sell their home quickly. If you want to maximize the equity in the home for your client, or make money on the sale, make more money on the sale. Because occupied staging, we want the buyer to feel like they are walking into their new home, not somebody's old home. That is so important. We see that time and time again. Okay, leaving listings as is. Again, this is a photograph of the same room before and after. So leaving listings as is will only help sell the competition. And only 10%, again, of buyers can visualize the home's real potential. Like, who would have thought that the one on the left could have turned out the way it did on the right? Still surprises me too. So when should you consider vacant home staging? If you want to sell your client's house, if similar homes are for sale in the neighborhood, if updates or renovations may be needed, if a client needs to sell their home quickly, if you want to maximize the equity in your home for your client, if you want to make more money on the sale. In other words, every time. Because people cannot envision that empty space, and there's nothing to fall in love with empty space. So we deliver move-in ready homes as big. We make them as big, as bright, and as modern as possible, where people will fall in love and feel at home. So thank you for your time. And for the agents that are listening to this, I have, and respond, I have a worksheet that will help you figure out and help the client figure out exactly how much it costs to not stage a house. So thank you.
Hey, Sharon, do you have a contact page? Or can you put up a page that has your contact information again?
Ooh.
I think the first page may have had your email address at least. I believe.
There we go.
Yes. All right. So that is the best way to get a hold of you, and then just click contact.
That's right.
All right.
Or you can email me at Sharon@klasscointeriors.com. That works as well.
Perfect. And Sharon, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is your process? So what is your process? A realtor comes up, they're like, yeah, I'm about to list this vacant property. I really think staging is the right thing for them. They make the recommendation. What's the best way to recommend you? And then once you're recommended, how do you then bridge the client and the realtor or go through that process?
Okay, so the realtor says, yeah, I've got a client here that needs your help. So a consultation is the first thing that I like to do. And so that allows me to assess the property and make the recommendations that are needed, which I write them down and I leave them for the client. So for example, baseboard is really tattered in the bathroom, or you know, the floor around the vent isn't looking good, or the bathroom fan, like who thinks of looking up there? You know, things like that. A trained eye can maybe see and spot versus somebody that's used to living there, and that's a big one. But a fresh set of eyes just to come in and recommend some things that need to be done. And so I leave that list with the client. I also, when I'm working with the agent, I also am in touch with the agent to let them know when that consultation has been done, and a list of recommendations. Before I leave the client's home, I check with them, okay, go over that list and say, okay, are these things that you're comfortable doing? Or do we need to get a professional in to help you with some of these things? For example, removing a carpet, putting in a luxury vinyl plank. Like, are you comfortable doing that? Do you know how to do that? Or would you like me to refer a professional to do it for you? So once the work is completed, then the staging is step number 3. And if it's an occupied home, I will use as much of your furniture and accessories as possible. There's usually rule of thumb, but not necessarily always, some things that need to be added in order to show it well. Sometimes that could include extra lighting. Sometimes it includes artwork, bigger artwork, or something like that, maybe where you've had your family photos up and whatnot. And greenery is another one that very often is brought in. Bedding is something that we don't like to bring in. We like to suggest that maybe we can help you select some bedding if that's what you need, so that you can carry that into your new home as well. But we make those recommendations and we work with the clients and we work with the agent and keep them all up to date, yeah, as to what is needed, and then work through the process with you. Does that?
Yep. And then I'm guessing a vacant property, you would have furniture, or you'd have the material to fulfill the property, right?
That's right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because we use the, sorry, was that the vacant?
Yes.
The vacant, yeah. In that case, yes, I either have a rental source where I source the furniture from, and accessories. There's a couple of places that I can get accessories from, but furniture, yeah, there's a big warehouse in Edmonton that I source it from. And I do that versus carrying my own, because I don't want everybody's house to look the same, because each house has its own character and whatnot. And so I can choose from their wider selection of furniture rather from the limited stuff that I could be carrying.
Right. Right. Okay. Is there normally a minimum number of rooms that have to be staged?
Good question, Alex. We like to say, you know, which room are you not selling? That's the one that won't get staged. But on the other hand, yeah, it's imperative that we do the living room, dining room, kitchen, bathrooms, and master bedroom for sure.
Okay. Yeah, where the main people live in the house. Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. And then is there so if it's a vacant property, let's say, or they're using rental furniture, is there a minimum amount of time that it has to be rented for?
Um, Pardon me.
Or is every situation different and it's kind of
Yes,
unique to the seller at the time?
that's right. But at the same time, the initial contract is up to 30 days. And then it's usually 30 days after that. But for example, if you close on week 5, and we get the furniture out of there in week 6, I'm not sure if sometimes there's a compensation, but usually it's a 30-day rental.
Okay. And yeah, and so it kind of depends on the situation for each person.
That's right.
How much gets rented, all of that stuff, I'm sure.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
We also suggest that that we don't destage before all the conditions are removed. And this is because there's been too many times when something falls through at the last minute. You think everything looks good and you're just waiting for that final yes, but now you've already destaged and that condition fell through. So now you have that expense again of staging it. Whereas if you had kept it, now you only have the expense of that additional time for furniture rental.
Right. Right. Wonderful. Well, that's all the questions that I have and that have come up.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to say before we call it a day?
No, I just thank you again so much for this opportunity, and I look forward to helping you and your agents become more successful, list more beautiful homes, and put more money in your pockets. How's that?
I have one last question.
Oh, okay.
What areas do you service?
Sherwood Park, Edmonton, of course, Ardross, and anything east to Tofield. I live in Tofield, so that's not an issue for me, obviously, but yeah, anything in between.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Sharon. We appreciate having you on, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, and thanks again.
Okay, see you.
Bye-bye.